Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for May 24th, 2025. Firstly, President Trump's talks with Russian President Putin have sparked concerns over Ukraine. Despite Moscow appearing confident in its diplomatic position, the U.S. Senate has threatened new sanctions if Russia fails to make progress towards a peaceful resolution. We'll continue to monitor developments and provide updates on this situation. In other news, a heated exchange between President Trump and South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has highlighted deepening divisions over allegations of white genocide in South Africa. Experts have debunked Trump's claims, citing a lack of credible evidence. This diplomatic row will likely have significant implications for global diplomacy and international relations. Lastly, indirect talks between Iran and the U.S., mediated by Oman, have ended without a breakdown. Despite significant differences on key issues, both sides are willing to continue negotiating. The main point of contention remains Iran's insistence on its right to enrich uranium domestically, but Iranian officials have offered to impose strict limits on their stockpile. We'll keep a close eye on these negotiations and provide updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us on the AIDailyPress Morning Podcast. I'm Walter, and we'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, we're following the developments surrounding the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. The Supreme Court has temporarily blocked the release of records related to DOGE, after Chief Justice John Roberts granted the Trump administration's request for an administrative stay. This decision halts discovery in an ongoing lawsuit, seeking information about DOGE's role in mass firings and sweeping cuts to federal agencies. In other news, we're looking at the implications of FEMA canceling its 5-year strategic plan ahead of hurricane season, which has raised concerns over the agency's preparedness for future disasters. Lastly, a surprising revelation has emerged that Canada has the most extensive use of old passenger jets globally. Many Canadian airlines continue to operate aircraft from the 1970s and 1980s, with some planes nearing or exceeding 50 years of service. Experts attribute this phenomenon to Canada's unique geography and climate, which requires older jets to safely land on gravel surfaces. We'll be discussing these stories in more detail throughout the day. For now, that's all for our morning podcast update. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press. We'll be back with more news after this break. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We have a trio of significant stories to cover today. Firstly, tensions between the U.S. and EU have escalated, with President Trump threatening to impose tariffs on all goods imported from the European Union. This move has been met with widespread criticism from European leaders, who warn that such a decision would be damaging to both sides. The proposed tariffs have sparked concerns among investors, with shares in the U.S. and EU falling. In another development, Greenland Resources Incorporated has announced that its shareholders have voted overwhelmingly in favor of the company's strategic direction. This show of confidence is particularly noteworthy given the current challenges facing the mining sector, including fluctuations in commodity prices and increased scrutiny from environmental and social stakeholders. Lastly, we've seen trade tensions between the U.S. and EU reignited, with Trump expressing frustration with the pace of ongoing negotiations. The EU's Trade Commissioner has emphasized the importance of mutual respect in trade negotiations, while European governments have condemned Trump's plans, warning that a full-blown trade war could have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. That's all for now. We'll be exploring these stories in more depth throughout the day, with expert insights and analysis from leading voices in the field. Now, for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First, we explored a groundbreaking simulation of magnetic turbulence in space, created by a team of scientists. This detailed model maps the chaotic dance of particles in the interstellar medium with unprecedented precision, helping us better understand the universe and its many mysteries. Next, we delved into the story of NASA videographer Jacob Shaw, who was recognized for his exceptional work in capturing the human side of science. His film, Reflections, chronicles an airborne science mission and showcases the dedicated individuals behind every space exploration endeavor. Lastly, we looked at a revolutionary new simulation that could change our understanding of magnetic fields in the universe. This model can be used to predict space weather and will help scientists probe phenomena much closer to home, such as the solar wind that streams from the sun and affects Earth's atmosphere. These stories remind us that science is not just about data and equations. It's also about people, their stories, and the passion that drives them to explore and discover. Join us tomorrow for more exciting news and updates from the world of science and technology. Until then, keep looking up at those stars and wondering about the vast expanse of human potential. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First off, let's talk about the NBA. Tyrese Halliburton, the talented young player from the Indiana Pacers, has made headlines with his All-NBA selection. This recognition not only showcases his impressive skills on the court, but also opens up new financial opportunities for the rising star. We'll be keeping an eye on Halliburton's future developments. Next up, we have the CONCACAF Gold Cup approaching, and the United States men's national team is gearing up for the tournament with a shorthanded roster. Coach Mauricio Pochettino has named a 23-player squad, but notable absentees include Christian Pulisic and Gio Reyna. Can the team still make a deep run in the tournament without their star players? We'll be following their progress closely. And finally, let's talk about the New York Knicks' thrilling victory against the Atlanta Hawks at Madison Square Garden. Obi Toppin stole the show with his impressive performance, scoring 21 points and grabbing 7 rebounds in just 24 minutes of play. The team's win marks an important milestone in their quest for a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. And as a bonus, we have some unexpected news from the world of sports broadcasting. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg have won Sports Emmy Awards for their coverage of the 2024 Summer Olympics. Their unique banter and charm brought a fresh perspective to the equestrian events, and we can't wait to see what they do next. That's all for now, folks. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, in Germany, a tragic incident occurred as a knife attack took place at a train station, leaving several injured and one person dead. Our thoughts are with the victims and their families during this difficult time. Secondly, we celebrated the achievements of exceptional scholar athletes from various high schools in the Lima area. These talented young individuals have demonstrated outstanding dedication to both academics and sports, serving as inspirations to their peers and a testament to American ingenuity and community spirit. Lastly, in Norway, an extraordinary maritime incident unfolded when a massive container ship ran aground in the front garden of a local resident's home. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, but this event raises serious questions about maritime safety and adherence to regulations regarding working hours for crew members. These stories highlight the importance of vigilance, community support, and respect for human life in all aspects of our daily lives. We'll continue to follow these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for joining us this morning at the AI Daily Press. We're committed to bringing you the most compelling stories from around the world, told with fairness, balance, and a deep respect for the people and communities affected by them. Have a great day. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I've got the scoop on all the latest happenings in music and entertainment. First up, let's talk about Blackpink's Rosé. Her new single, Messy, may not have cracked the top 100 on the Hot 100 list, but don't count her out just yet. She's still a global superstar with a loyal fan base, and I'm sure she'll bounce back from this. Next, we're shining a spotlight on MSV, a trio of talented musicians who are defying the odds of touring in the face of inflation. With their DIY philosophy and unique sound, they're making it work and thriving in an industry where many others are struggling. And, fun fact, they might just be working on an opera-style project. How's that for exciting? And finally, let's not forget about celebrity branding. I mean, who doesn't love a good rebrand? From music to fashion, it's all about creating a persona and selling it to the world. Just ask Rosé or any other A-lister. That's all for now, folks. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Atinacher.
Thank you, Joan. Here are the top stories we're following. Firstly, in the world of conservation, there have been two significant developments. The Omiltami cottontail rabbit, a species thought to be extinct, has been rediscovered in Mexico after a years-long search. This breakthrough is a testament to collaborative conservation efforts and the importance of engaging with local communities in protecting endangered species. In another story, a new species of rabbit wasn't the only discovery making headlines. In California, a team of researchers has confirmed the existence of a previously unknown species of rabbit, but more interestingly, a new species was found in the depths of the ocean, and in Australia, a new type of coral reef was discovered. However, not all news is positive. The Alberta Energy Regulator has imposed a substantial fine on CPro Energy Environmental Services, Inc., amounting to $456,000 for contravening environmental regulations in the oil sands exploration program. This serves as a reminder of the importance of transparency and accountability in the energy sector. Lastly, in other news, researchers have found a new species of fish in the Amazon River, and conservation efforts are underway to protect the critically endangered vaquita porpoise. These stories highlight the delicate balance between human activities and the environment. As we move forward, it's essential that we prioritize sustainability, transparency, and accountability to ensure a healthy planet for future generations. That's all for now. Thank you for joining me on this edition of the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. We will continue to monitor these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Atinacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.